Hey everybody, how's it going? Stud9 coming back at you once again with another horror movie review for Halloween. And yes, I'm still sick as I'm doing this video, but whatever, I gotta get the videos done, right? I can't let a little illness get in the way. So as you may have seen in one of my recent update videos, I did get some movies from the Warner Archive sale that recently happened. It was like a 4 for $44 sale, so they were all $11 each. And one of the titles that I decided to pick up was Body Snatchers, The Invasion Continues. So this movie came out in the 90s, 1993, and the reason that I got it was because I never even knew it existed. I had never even heard of it until I did my breakdown of all the Invasion of the Body Snatchers movies that I thought had ever been made during, I think it was a Halloween video explosion that I did 2 years ago at this point. I think it was 2015 or 2016. I can't remember exactly, but it was one of those 2 years. And yeah, I thought that there were only the three movies, like the 2007 one, the 1970s one, and the 1950s one. I thought that was all there was. And then somebody left a comment. I was like, what about this one? I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's not a thing. Lo and behold, it is. I missed one. So, since I missed one, I gotta check it out. Not only because I missed it, but also because I want to see them all. I want to see all the Invasion of Body Snatchers stories. I enjoy the concept behind Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And after I found out about it, I had been told that it actually wasn't that good, but by some people. But other people were telling me it was actually pretty good and I should check it out. Well, now I finally have it, so I finally checked it out, and I gotta say that I concur with the people who told me it was actually pretty good. Because, yeah, there are certain aspects of this movie that are not technically brilliant, right? I mean, the editing isn't very good. The cinematography at times reminds me of Battlefield Earth. It's definitely more inspired. It's not just canted angles, but there are a lot of canted angles that are just like cheaply used to convey a sense of eeriness and something weird going on. What I did find interesting about this, and the most interesting thing about it, is that the whole story takes place on a military base. Now, I've never heard of that or seen that happen in any other version of this story. This, I believe, is a first for Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that it all takes place on a military base. And one of the nice things about that, one of the really interesting things about that, is that all of the buildings on the military base, all like the housing units that are used to house people working with the military on the base, look exactly alike because, well, it's the military, so everything has to conform. It has to all be the same. So all the buildings look the same. All the people are dressed the same. You know what I mean? It's very much got that eerie feeling all to begin with, just because of the setting for the movie. You know? So I really dug that because I feel like that's the perfect setting for a story like this. You already don't know who to trust because everybody looks the same, everybody acts the same, everything is the same. So you're just like, what the hell is going on here? This place is weird. Doesn't feel right already to begin with, right? And before you even get too far into the movie, things are already getting really weird, you know what I mean? There's already some pretty crazy things happening. People coming at you like, they're coming to get me, they're coming to get you, you're one of them, aren't you, you're one of them. It's just immediately kind of creepy and eerie like that. But it doesn't even have the same story, right? Like, because it's all on a military base, the story is actually all about like a guy who works for the EPA going to this military base to do some testing there, and he brings his family with him, and that family becomes a part of this whole story. So it's not the same as all the other movies and all the other stories, which I find to be actually a nice breath of fresh air, if you will. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, and the effects for it were pretty damn cool too. I mean, there weren't anything fantastic or amazing or special, but they didn't try to veer too far with the special effects from like the original stories and the original movies. They really stuck to the kind of special effects that you saw in the 70s movie. So that was pretty cool. And I got the sense that kind of what they were going for, probably originally at least, was a, like, as it says, The Invasion Continues, was a sequel to the 70s movie. And it kind of feels like it might be that. It kind of feels like that could work. It almost feels like Dawn of the Dead to the Dawn of the Dead to Night of the Dead. You know what I mean? So if the 78 Invasion of the Body Snatchers is Night of the Living Dead, this is actually the Dawn of the Dead of the series. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily actually a sequel, but it definitely feels like it could be. And the story veers off so differently that you don't know what to expect exactly. You don't know exactly what's coming next. And I love that about it because, well, there's only so many times you can see Invasion of the Body Snatchers before you know exactly what's going to happen to exactly who it's going to happen to and all that stuff. So very cool stuff here. And Meg Tilly, holy crap, she has probably the best line in the movie, and it's just creepy and what the fuck, you know what I mean? It's brilliant. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere. Because there's nobody like you left. It's brilliant. And don't get on my case for spoilers because that's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. So yeah, really enjoyed this one, despite the fact that the editing and the cinematography aren't that good. Didn't really matter to me too much because the overall story, the concept behind this was great. The horror movie aspect of it was fantastic. And yeah, I will be watching this one again because it was great. So yeah, I don't know what kind of a score I would give it out of 10. Maybe 7.5, maybe even 8 out of 10. I definitely wouldn't give it a 10 because, there were flaws with it, but it's still a really good movie. I think probably very underrated. I'm sure a lot of people here are watching this now thinking it's not that underrated. Most people like it. Well, I don't think most people even know about this one at this point, if we're being completely honest. But they should, because this one is very good. So if you have not seen this one, I highly recommend it. I think you should definitely check this one out. Very good movie. But with that said, that will do it for me today. But you can expect more horror movie reviews from me in the coming days coming up to Halloween. So, yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Catch you later. Peace.